You may have seen the movie The 300, the tremendous physiques that those men had perfected since being childhood warriors. Alexander, who conquered the known world and short-lived, but went down in history. His empire was divided between his four generals. The prophecies in The King of the North, King of the South, found on page 1 of the America and Britain's Future Free Library, titled Middle East in Prophecy. It comes down to the age where Christ and the apostles existed and takes us all the way through to the fulfillment of the scriptures which refer to unless the time is cut short. In Matthew 24, no flesh would be saved alive, but God does save a remnant of every nation, and 1,000 years of peace begins then at Christ's return. And Daniel has a 2,500-year prophecy here, the longest prophecy in the Bible. And of course it concludes with the fact that God himself must take control of every nation, because it leads us right down to the final destruction of mankind by these nuclear weapons. If God does not exist, if God is not perfecting a plan here on earth, and he is perfecting a plan here on earth, he is reproducing himself in every last one of us. Throughout the ages, what is known as the Holy Land has changed hands over and over repeatedly. And the British finally went in there, held the Jews back from occupying that land. After World War II, they actually halted Israelis coming in order to found a homeland. This was achieved anyway, and they are still actually ahead of schedule, because after World War III is stopped in its tracks, the British and American people will be transported back there. Every nation descended from the original 12 families is to be reunited there in that area. Our Jewish brothers will be there. Judah was one brother, one son. Ephraim and Manasseh were the two sons of Joseph, and all of the other nations in Western and Northwestern Europe will be there, and there will be a huge uniting of Israel in the Promised Land. The world confrontation will be sparked by the King of the South pushing at the King of the North. It is in prophecy, and it is coming. Who today could these references refer to as the King of the North and the King of the South? The King of the North is now the European Union Parliament in Strasbourg. These are the people now who rule all of Europe, and therefore that government becomes the King of the North. The King of the South has always been Egypt. They control the Suez Canal, and Egypt could very easily refuse to allow shipping to pass through the canal. This would cause a crisis around the world, and Europe could go in because of that crisis.